Good Tuesday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversations Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up today. We have the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and today, in an entertainment spotlight, you're being part of my conversation with Tanya Lewis-Taylor, the Executive Director and founder of the Entertainers for Education Alliance I Will Graduate program. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Tuesday headlines. In Mississippi news, the Mississippi State Department of Health has reported 1,457 new COVID-19 cases and 3 additional deaths on Monday. There have now been in Mississippi 253,932 COVID-19 cases and 5,524 coronavirus-related deaths in the state since March of last year. In more Mississippi news, JSU's Sonic Boom to perform during presidential inauguration event. Jackson State University's Sonic Boom of the South will perform during the presidential inauguration celebrations. The band will be featured in the We Are One virtual event that celebrates the diversity of America. The event, in which President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris are scheduled to speak, will be streamed live from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. today at bideninaugural.org/watch. That again is bideninaugural.org/watch. Terrence J. will host the event, which takes place the day before the inauguration. In national news, coronavirus deaths rising in 30 U.S. states amid winter surge. Coronavirus deaths are rising in nearly two-thirds of American states as a winter surge pushes the overall death toll toward 400,000 amid warnings that a new highly contagious variant is taking hold in the United States. As Americans observed a national holiday on Monday, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo pleaded with federal authorities to curtail travel from countries where new variants are spreading. The U.S. government has already curbed travel from some of the places where the new variants are spreading, such as Britain and Brazil, and recently it announced that it would require proof of a negative COVID-19 test for anyone flying into the country. In more COVID-19 news, the World Health Organization chief lambasts vaccine profits, demands elderly go first. The World Health Organization chief on Monday lambasted drug makers' profits and vaccine inequalities, saying it's not right that younger, healthier adults in wealthy countries get vaccinated against COVID-19 before older people or healthcare workers in poorer countries, and charging that most vaccine makers have targeted locations where profits are higher. The Director General kicked off the World Health Organization's week-long executive board meeting virtually from its headquarters in Geneva by lamenting that one poor country received a mere 25 vaccine doses, while other 39 million doses have been administered in nearly 50 richer nations. He noted that the World Health Organization-backed COVAX program, which aims to get vaccines out to all countries, rich or poor, based on need, has so far secured 2 billion vaccine doses from 5 producers and options on 1 billion doses more. In more national news, Biden aims for unifying speech at daunting moment for the United States. President-elect Joe Biden will take the stage for his inaugural address at perhaps the most difficult starting point for a president since Franklin Roosevelt began his first term by assuring a nation scarred by the Great Depression that we have nothing to fear but fear itself. But memorable turns of phrases like Roosevelt's are more the exception than the rule when it comes to inaugural addresses. Former President Barack Obama, in his memoir, noted that singer Aretha Franklin's showy hat and a glitch in Chief Justice John Roberts' administration of the oath of office got more attention than his speech in the days following the first black president's address, delivered as the nation was mired in recession and a growing malaise over 2 intractable wars. Now, with the coronavirus raging, unemployment claims soaring, and bipartisan divisions sharpening, Biden faces a fraught moment as he prepares to deliver a speech that aides say he wants to use to call Americans to unity. The situations he faces is absolutely brutal, says Cody Keenan, who served as a chief speechwriter for Obama and assisted with his 2 inaugural addresses. He added that Biden in many ways is the perfect president for the moment because he is not hyperbolic, he is not a bomb thrower. He surrounded himself with policy wonks who already have all the plans. I think that's going to go a long way just to make people feel better. With the current mood of the country, Biden's consistent focus on restoring the soul of America may be of greater value to the nation than any soaring oratory. in the view of some Democratic allies of the incoming president. And finally, in sports, Louisville is number 1 in women's AP Top 25 for first time. For the first time in school history, Coach Jeff Walsh has Louisville at number 1 in the Associated Press Women's College Basketball Poll. The Cardinals moved to the top spot on Monday, a day after previous number 1 Stanford lost to Colorado. Louisville received 20 first-place votes from a 29-member national media panel. Its first game as number 1 will be against Syracuse on Thursday. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Mary Ellen, it's all yours.
Hi, this is Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. The greatest teacher you could ever have on your life journey is experience. The more life experiences you have and learn from, the deeper your wisdom well becomes. This is why people become more peaceful with age. They understand the universal principles or God's principles that govern all of us. People begin to understand concepts such as worrying about anything will not fix or change it. And what you focus on expands, what you think about happens. When you want to change your world, think about your life experiences and learn from them. It would be nice to teach more young people these important life lessons. Unfortunately, without the life experiences to learn from, they will refuse to listen. Today, be aware of all your life experiences and be grateful for what you have learned. Enjoy the day.
Tanya Lewis Taylor is featured in today's Entertainment Spotlight right here on Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Tanya Lewis Taylor is the Executive Director and founder of the Entertainers for Education Alliance I Will Graduate program. She joined me recently on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about the work that she's able to do and how it feels to see the response. Here's a bit of our conversation. For you, what has it been like for you to kind of have a dual effect on you, to be able to introduce your audience to individuals that they do respect and admire, but also share messages that can push them forward too?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's been an amazing journey. I started out working as an executive in the music and entertainment industry, working at Rockefeller Records, working as Jay-Z's publicist and helping to build that dream for them. And so my work has always been dual. I've always worked with youth. I'm a youth pastor, and I've worked under my mom and dad's ministry my whole entire life. And so it was just like a natural progression for me to combine my love of young people and my love for the music entertainment industry. And that's how we came up with the Entertainers for Education Alliance I Will Graduate program.
So talk to us a little bit then about the audience here, Tanya, because I know that the PSA we're going to talk about, definitely it's because of something that you saw happening in New York City. But where did the idea for the Alliance come from when it came to the audience you wanted to reach?
Well, really, as I said, my background in the industry really led me to have opportunities. And one of those opportunities was a principal from a school had asked a friend of mine if they could get some support at their school because students weren't coming to school. And they asked us if I could bring some artists to the school, and I brought some of the Rockefeller artists to the school. And the principal said something to me at the end of that school visit. And so I decided to utilize my resources and my platform to help that particular school.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News. We'll be back to you guys on tomorrow with more news, Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and of course your Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host Cyrus Webb saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let's make it a great one.